So today we are going to do a eyebrow tutorial. It's nothing too technical, but I just want to break down the steps to make it easier. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, well these are my eyebrows with nothing on them, so this is what we're working with, everybody. First, to really make sure that I'm starting with like a clean canvas, I'll just take a clean Q-tip and run it along my brows to clean them all up and make sure that there's no excess product. I typically fill in my eyebrows after I've done my base, and so there can be moisturizer or foundation or concealer or what have you all up in my brows, and I don't want that. This seems like a silly step, but it actually does make a difference. Then I also like to start off by running a bit of translucent powder through my eyebrows. Today I used the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Press Powder. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. I find this really helps to get rid of the oiliness, and it also makes any eyebrow products that you'll apply afterwards go on so much smoother, and it makes your life easier. For the last step of the prepping process, I'm brushing my brows up with a spoolie. This is just a simple one from Elle. I think it was $1. So I'm just gonna quickly brush through them to like get a good idea of what I'm working with. So I use what's called the golden ratio to determine the shape I want the eyebrow, which is a mathematical concept based on ratios and proportions and a bunch of other stuff I didn't pay attention to in school. Anyway, the general idea is that it's what's most pleasing to the eye and what will flatter the proportions of your face best. Taking an eyebrow pencil, I'm using the NYX Microbrow, which I have raved about ad nauseum. This will be what we'll use to stencil out where we want the brow product to go. So I'm gonna make 3 faint marks to use as guidelines. First, place the pencil along your nose and make a small mark. That's where the brow will start. The second is the arch. You're gonna place the pencil at the side of your nose and towards the edge of your iris and make a mark, and that'll be the top of your arch. And the third will mark the end of your eyebrow, which will be at the edge of your eye to the occipital bone or temple or whatever that's called. You get it. So next I'm gonna start in the middle and slowly fill in my eyebrows with short strokes, paying attention to the guidelines that we just marked and staying really close to where my natural eyebrows are. The key is to build off what you already have. Chances are that's what's most flattering for your face and will look the most natural. Once again, I'm brushing through my brows with a spoolie. I usually take this time to kind of look at myself in the mirror at a distance to get a better idea of where I'm at. I just ended a sentence with a preposition and my mother would be livid. But seriously, up close they can look like you're doing a fine job, but then you get far away and you can look like a witch, so like check yourself. To add some dimension and imitate real hairs, I'm going to use the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint. I've yet to find a drugstore dupe for this. So with this product specifically, you need a little practice to get the pressure right. Too much pressure and it looks like a marker, and too little, it like won't do anything. But the right pressure will give the appearance of brows you were born with that you didn't pluck into obscurity in high school. So what we have now kind of looks a little too drawn in, and so the first thing I like to do is use an eyeshadow brush to blend, especially at the front of your brow where you want kind of like an ombre like fade. Then finishing off with some brow gel so your brows don't move throughout the day. This also adds definition and dimension to make the brow hairs look more lifelike. I focus most of the product in the outer half of the brow, and then whatever's left I'll run through the front. But if you put too much in the front, it can get really clumpy and gross. Today I used the Milk Kush Fiber Brow Gel. This is a little bit tinted, but I really like how this brings back the hair-like look. And there we have it. So at the end of the day, brows are personal preference, you know? Like, for every person who thinks that Timothée Chalamet is attractive, there's someone else who thinks that he's not. They'd be wrong, but that's besides the point. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this mildly entertaining, be sure to click the subscribe button. See you later.